Welcome to Moca's Nola Bells and Bows, where the love runs deep, the fam stays strong, and the bells, they always ring for us. We the bells and we hold it down, yeah. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Mocha, all love, no cap, no clout to chase, just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Mocha got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role, just show a real and you already home. Yeah. Pull up to the bells and bows like the Sunday sea. Got peace in the room and the vibe on beat. No drama, no mess, just minds that meet. Introduce yourself in the chat and the mods gon' greet. Real talk, we got brothers and sisters here. Ain't no fake love, every heart sincere. We've been through storms, but the skies stay clear. Loyalty live, that's the chant you hear. Woo! No chaos in the comment section, just bells with a bond and a bold connection. Safe space, strong face, deep reflection. Mocha, don't fold, that's pure protection. If you ever felt unheard, misunderstood, pull up in the chat, we treat you good. Ain't gotta be loud, just gotta be true. Mocha got the light and we shine with you. Not a panel of pain, it's a platform of pride. Everybody got space and we don't divide. You loyal, you love, that's how we ride. Got a bell and a bow in the name, but a tribe world. From the mods to the lurkers and folks on rewatch. Every tap, every like, we feel it alive. Mocha ain't just a name, it's a vibe you caught. Nola bell, Nola boast, that's a family, not a thought. Bring it loud, we the bells and we hold it down. Yeah, we do. Real ones only, we don't mess around. Real talk, love, no cap, no clout to chase. Just truth in the chat and respecting the space. It's family, Mocha got that heart of gold. From the south to the stream, we brave and bold. You ain't gotta pick sides or play a role to show a real and you already home. Mocha said that to every bell in the space. Whether you typing, watching, or just vibing, you are this family. And over here, we don't fold, we ring. Ooh, well.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday, guys. Happy Thursday. And welcome to another live stream. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everyone had an awesome day today. Always a beautiful thing to hit that go live button and see such beautiful people sitting and waiting to enjoy the evening on the porch with Mocha and the Nola Bells. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, my loves. Moderators, I see y'all up in here doing what y'all do. Y'all already know what is hidden for. Welcome. I appreciate each and everything that you all do to keep this porch running smooth and in order. Tonight is going to be just a little different, guys. It's going to be just a little different. Last night, here on the porch, we had a time. My God, we had a time. And if you're here and if you missed last night, make sure you go back and catch that replay. Some things were said. Some things came across the platform, and which I appreciate because everybody over here is somebody. Everybody over here is somebody. There's no big I's. There's no little U's. All opinions are respected as much as they're welcomed. We all have been watching this unfold for 2 years now. And everybody sees something different. I will never sit myself up here and say Mocha's right on everything she says and say that the subscribers are wrong. I will never do that. Tonight, Mocha's going to open up the panel. Mocha's going to give each and every one of you a voice. Speak what you feel in regards to this case. This has been a mess. Welcome, each and every one of you. I see you coming in here. I see you coming. I'm going to get to that part in a minute. Those of you that are here, those of you that's in the bushes, make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Double tap the emojis tonight on the right. Let YouTube know that the porch light is definitely on. It's on, baby. And we got some things to discuss. Share the live stream out if you can. Whatever platform that you may frequent, share it. Somebody needs to hear all of this. And for those of you that are new here tonight, welcome to the porch, baby. Welcome. I know y'all saw the title and y'all saw the thumbnail. And y'all already know tonight is going to be a little different. Just a little different. Tonight ain't no deep dives for Moca. No presentations, no nothing. It ain't me talking 3-4 hours straight now. Hell no, not tonight. The porch is wide open. Because whether people agree or disagree, have theories or don't, whether people think they know what happened or have no clue at all, one thing remains the same. And that's Naziah is still missing. And after all this time, y'all, there are still questions on top of questions. Questions that some people believe have been answered. Me personally, But questions that haven't even scratched the surface to being answered. And tonight, I just simply want to hear from y'all. Y'all. Because some of the most thought-provoking conversations I've ever had on this channel didn't come from me. It came from y'all. So grab your drinks, y'all. Grab your snacks. Grab your thoughts. And we're getting ready to have a hell of a conversation. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Let me do what I do and do what I do every day. I'm going to speak to my people. And once I get this done, we're going to move right on along and make this do exactly what it's meant to do. Boo Banga, I see you, my love. Happy Thursday, baby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yours truly, JJ. I see you, sis. I see you. My girl, Black Goddess, is here. Hey, boo. Happy Thursday to you. Kim, I see you, my love. I see you. I hope all is well. Look at my girl, Ariane is up in here. Hey, boo. Sunshine, I hope all is well, little sis. Hope all is well. Trina Ellis, I see you, my love. Happy Thursday, beautiful. Hey, Shay never forgets. Welcome, 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 baby. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome. My girl Bernice is here. Welcome, Bernice. Hey, boo. Hope all is well. Look at my beautiful sister, April Webster, is up in here. Hey, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Drag Racing, I see you, my love. Happy Thursday, baby. Welcome, welcome. Deborah. All right, Mississippi. I see you up in here, Mississippi. I see you, baby. Happy Thursday to you. Ooh la la. I love that name, baby. Ooh la la. Hey, baby. Happy Thursday to you. Ooh la la. I love it. I love it. Cornell, what's going on? What's going on? Yo, what's going on? Thank you so much, Shay. I'm doing my part, sis. And you know, Shay, I believe if everybody do their part, the answer's going to come quicker than we want. Ariane, last night, baby, it was good, good, good. Essie, welcome, sis. Welcome, my love. My sister Kenyatta Marie is up in here. Hey, boo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My girl Simone, I see you, baby. Kenyatta Marie, absolutely. My girl said, we the bells and we hold it down. Yes, Lord, we do. Yes, Lord, we do. My sister PJ done hit the building. Hey, sis. Hey, lady, welcome, welcome. Lady said, haven't been here in a while. Hey, everybody. Hey, girl. What's going on? Hope all is well. Hope all is well, baby. Hey, fella, welcome, boo. Happy Thursday to you, my love. Lady said she in here, she got a smoke. Girl, I hope you got your drink, your smoke. Girl, whatever you need, make sure you got it in a cut. Beautiful soul, I see you, my sister. What's going on, sis? Lord, look a hip hop. Hip hop history. What's going on, my brother? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been, hip hop? Where you been? Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the room. Absolutely, Shay. We got to keep her name alive. Because the more we talk about it, Shay, the more we keep her name alive. We ain't shutting up because they want us to shut up. We won't do that. Absolutely not. Look at Leopard that hit the building. Leopard, welcome, my love. Carla Henry, I see you, beautiful. Welcome and happy Thursday to you. We're not shutting up because that's what they want. And it's sad. It is so sad that that family fights for us to shut up. Shut up for what? And by them wanting us to shut up, something tells me it's something that they don't want the world to know. God damn it, at this point, the world knows more than they bargained for. So whatever else comes out behind this, should nobody be surprised. And that's a fact. One thing we know about Lil Naziah, her story is not over. And we will not stop until she's home. We won't stop. Absolutely, Colonel. Not just JB. Not just JB, Colonel. There's so many more they could have raised their hands up to. Because believe it or not, Colonel, we talk about this, right? But there are more characters to this whole situation than we unveiled. I promise you that. I promise you that. And that's why they want us to be quiet. Kimberly, thank you so much for gifting the channel, baby. Absolutely, Shay. We are definitely her voice right now. Okay, Hip Hop said he been listening. All right, boo. Essie said, Mocha, I hated I missed last night. I just got back from Texas, back on the porch night. Welcome, girl. Welcome. We all need a break every once in a while, Essie. Absolutely. Absolutely, JJ. JJ said Naziah Harris is her name and is. And is. Kim said we ain't shutting up until Annette, Shannon, Marquita, Frank, and King get locked the fuck up. Hello? And Kim is so many more, sis. So many more. Simone said I had some information. I misplaced it, but I'm going to see if I can find it. I had an address and a phone number of the hotel she was at, and the owner didn't want to talk to the CC that was asking about Naziah. I mentioned that last night, Simone. Y'all don't realize what kind of people y'all dealing with? Y'all don't realize What kind of people y'all dealing with at that hotel? When shit gets sticky and questions start being asked, these people are smart enough. You see, they play on America's top, but America gives them all these free passes. When shit gets sticky and the law enforcement starts swarming around them like flies because they want to know this, and not even the law enforcement, because they're in their back pockets. But when people start going around asking questions, they start shifting out their employees. They pretend they can't speak English. They pretend they don't understand. And then what happens? The person that was there when all the damage happened didn't got them a plane ticket and got them the hell up out of here. They're right back in their country where they were initially. So they swap them out. And listen, I want y'all to use a little logic. Do y'all think it's a normal occurrence for children to just keep coming up missing by the truckloads every few minutes, every few seconds in Detroit, and there's no sight of them? That's not normal. And my thing is this: if they could snatch these people up that own these little corner stores and the roach ass motels, if they could snatch them up in an instant and go let them sit at a cousin or uncle house overnight until they get their flight up out of here. If y'all see how fast they're getting them out of here, what the hell make y'all think they ain't moving that fast to get these children out of here? Look at my girl Ross. Hey, boo. Happy Thursday to you. Colonel, thank you so much for always supporting the channel, my love. Sugar Tea, I see you, beautiful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So what Moca's gonna do? Moca ain't talking all night, because y'all got a voice just like Moca. But let me ask y'all a question before Moca do anything. Let me ask y'all a question. This is the one. If y'all were sitting, Shay said hidden tunnels are in a lot of the PDF's business operations. Absolutely, Shay. Shay, the tunnels, and not only the tunnels, sister girl, not only the tunnels, Shay, but over the road truck drivers as well. Have y'all noticed how many people, how many men are now on the road being truck drivers that are of not American descent? That tells a story without telling the story. Those 18-wheeler trucks are moving some things, but we're not supposed to pay attention to that. Let me ask the chat a question before. Absolutely, Ross, transit and trucks. Let me ask y'all a question before Moca drop that link and we get to doing what we do. And the link is going to be dropped. It's available for anybody. But I want to make something clear. If you're not in this chat and I don't see you in my chat, don't you hit this damn link tonight. Because I ain't got it for the trolls. I ain't got it in me tonight to play with a troll. We ain't doing that. Purpose over popularity over here. JJ said, you know what? And there just happens to be a foreigner in this story. Absolute JJ girl. Now, y'all, I got one question. And I don't need everybody to agree tonight. I want to make this very clear. I don't need everybody to agree tonight. I don't need everybody to think the same. As a matter of fact, y'all know me. I welcome different opinions. Because y'all know Moca ain't shit. Moca don't think like the normal people. What I care about tonight is keeping this conversation alive. right? Because as long as people are still asking questions, as long as we continue to ask questions, continue to have these conversations, that means Nazaya's name is still being spoken. And to me, that's more important than anything. Than anything. So let me ask you all this one question before I transition and drop this link. And y'all do what y'all do. Deborah Crosby, welcome, my love. Now, don't y'all all run and answer at one time. Because, baby, I'm reading the comments. I am. My question is, and it's a two-parter. If you all were sitting across from Annette right now, if y'all got an opportunity and y'all were sitting across from Annette right now, please, somebody, everybody, tell me, what would you say and what would you do? I'll wait. If you had an opportunity to be sitting across from Annette right now, tell me what you would say. Tell me what you would do. That's what I need to know. Because, baby, woo, child. Rod said tunnels always go out to airports and shipyards. Absolutely. Look at me up in here. Hey, boo. She said, what happened to them random chicks from random Canada that came and went? The one that secretly recorded the twins. Ain't heard from Cash no more. No more. Kenyatta, hey, boo. Kenyatta said her question would be, where is Nazaya, Annette? That's a good one. And you said it in such a calm tone, sis. Sis, you're so calm with it. I can't believe you would be that calm talking to a goddamn Annette. Drag Racing says, Annette, where's Nazaya? Ooh, y'all so calm. Kamisha said, well, Moca, Kenya not a foreigner. And Kawana said, she put in a truck. She a truck driver, child. Listen, Kamisha, that's some shit right there. And don't ever think I forgot about it. Kenyatta said, take me to her, Annette. Kimberly Earl said, I would cuss that ass out. Ron says, I wouldn't say much to her other than calling her what I think she is and try to keep from hitting her. She has no honor, so questioning her would be a waste of time. Absolutely. Questioning her would be a waste of time because the answer has been the same for the last 2 years. So I'm like my girl Roz, because Mocha wouldn't ask a shit. She would voluntarily tell me by the time I finished whipping her with my tongue. She would get the cursing her mama, her daddy, her grandma, all of them should have gave her. Shay said, why did you allow your twins to hide Nazaya's body? Hello? Fela said, Nazaya was your granddaughter. She didn't give a damn. Deborah Crosby said, I would move away quickly because I don't want to be struck by the Almighty. Girl, look at Shrell. Hey, boo. It's okay. Look, Fela, it's okay, boo. Cornell said, I'll tell her hell ain't got enough to hold your dirty ass. Miss Honey, welcome, my love. Miss Honey said, Miss Mocha, how you doing? I would just ask straight. Annette, where's Nazaya? You know where she at, Miss Honey. She not. She now, Essie says, Annette, why did you fail your granddaughter? Why didn't you love her? What did she do to you that was so bad that you couldn't love her? I bet you y'all she ain't got an answer for none of this shit. Cornell said, I'll tell her. Hell ain't hot enough for her dirty ass. Damn. PJ said, what happened to Naziah and all the other children that went missing from your house of horror? Hello. JJ said, just steady pressure works better than yelling sometimes. The hardest then isn't yelling, it's refusing to let someone look away. That part, you got to keep a focus. My girl April said, I'll tell her to take her wig off. April, you ain't shit. Now, April, sister, I love you. Sister, do you really want an answer from Annette after she take that wig off? Because if she take the wig off, sis, that's the end of the conversation. That's a wrap. Because I believe with everything that's in me, sis, once you see what's under that wig, sis, you ain't going to be able to sleep, neither eat for days. That's just my thought. You see how matted the wigs be she put on? April. Them wigs my girl be wearing, sis, look like she pull them from under the mattress. Cotton balls, lint, all that shit on them. So if she don't give a damn about the wig, she damn sure ain't giving two shits about what's underneath that bitch. You could bet your bottom dollar on that. Carla Henry said, Annette just go run. My girl JJ said, I'll sit quiet for a moment, just looking at her. Then I'll lean forward and say, hey, JJ ain't shit. Hey, I know you lost your baby girl. And that pain is something nobody should ever feel. But I need you to be honest with me. Good luck with that, JJ. Shay says, why did Shannon say there's nobody before we knew that she wouldn't have one to produce? Absolutely. Absolutely. Listen, Shay, they told their story. JJ said, not for the camera, not for the courts for her. Did you really not know what was happening in your own house? Because the CPS reports, the warnings, the text, they don't add up with what I had. I had no idea. If you saw something and stayed quiet even once, you owe it to Naziah to finally tell the whole truth. No more protecting anybody, just the truth. Let me tell you, they protecting some shit. They protecting some people. And I had a whole live stream scheduled for the night. I sure did. But I said, no, let tonight be for my people. Let them, because last night, man, I couldn't keep up. I swear I couldn't. So I'm about to drop this link. And I'm going to pin it too. For y'all to come on up in here and do what y'all do. Because I've always told you, this ain't about me. This is about us. Let me see if I can pin it. Hold up. Pin it. All right, it's pinned. Deborah Crosby said, tell me where Naziah is. And I would buy her a new wig. She don't want no new wig. She want the money. She can't go to the casino. Hey, Chanel, welcome, my love. Happy Thursday to you. Cornell said, I'm sorry. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just laying hands. No questions asked. I ain't never seen a black woman this evil. Cornell, that's the question I've always asked. Who raised these hoes? You understand? Because that shit is unheard of. But Cornell, we would think is unheard of, boo. But the more and more and more you open up social media, listen to the news, the more and more and more you hear our children losing their lives at the hands of their very own people. Look at here, look at here. How did I know that was Jay gonna hit that stage? Hey, boo.
What up, though, Mocha? Salute,
What,
salute.
how you feeling, Mama?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. It's always a pleasure to bring awareness for Naziah.
Absolutely, absolutely. We in it to win it. Let's see who is this. Oh Lord, Jay, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm
Colonel,
here.
hey, Colonel.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
I
What
hear
it
you
do,
just
Cornell?
fine. Wait,
Salute,
Uh,
Colonel,
salute.
You got an echo, but what you got on in the back?
I don't know.
You got your YouTube screen open on another device?
Hold on.
Okay. Go ahead, JJ. I'm listening though.
Um, kind of just to I wanted to ask. There's three. If I had, am I echoing?
Uh-uh.
Am
Okay.
I still echoing?
Yeah. Hold on a second. Somebody that sounded like JJ. Hold up.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you now, JJ.
Okay.
But
Um,
you're
I
cutting in
wanted
and
to.
out.
My bad. It's crazy. My bad. I'm gonna go on mute and I'll just let you, and then we'll just start from there. My bad.
Okay, all right. So you going on mute, Jay?
Yeah. I wanted to, answer. I had three questions that I feel like are still being avoided. So after, whenever, when it's my
O-
turn, I'll ask them, or I can ask them right now.
Okay, well let me let Cornell go ahead. Go ahead, Cornell.
Okay, to answer your question, if like that's funny that you asked that because I've been saying I bet I never see this lady in Detroit. If I see Annette, I'm just laying hands, no questions, no comments, because I ain't never seen a grandmother this evil. Like
Yes.
this is the unprecedented level of evil. I ain't never seen, your grandmother to pimp out her grandkids and like,
And look at how long, Cornell. Look how many years this has been going on.
and then when
And
I
you mean to
saw,
tell me nobody brought attention to that? Nobody?
yeah, and
That don't say much for the rest of her family members either. Because they saw, they heard, they knew, and they kept quiet.
and at first it was kind of speculation, but then when we saw the CPS report, that's when I really became infuriated because we already had knew she was full of shit, but when that CPS report came out, the stuff she
Absolutely.
did to them kids,
And look
yeah.
for how long she did it, Cornell.
But
And I'm
like I
telling you, when I tell you everybody's invested, everybody's invested. My comment section for the replay, oh my God. I'm like, Jesus Christ, and it's sad because Annette, Shannon, Marquita, the extended family, these people have no shame. How could they even walk through Detroit knowing that this is how people feel about them and this is how people looking at them?
no shame at all. Then they talking like, oh, well, we tried to protect Nasiah and do this and do that. And no, y'all didn't.
My thing is if they tried to even protect her a little bit, why have we yet to even see a memorial poster or a little any obituary, anything in honor of our girl Naziah Harris? In my opinion.
That's where it looks bad, right? Because if she's been declared deceased and they got proof that she's deceased, wouldn't doing a memorial or a public something, and even if they didn't include the public, right? Just to
Right.
give this child a final rest in something.
And nothing. It's crazy. Like just to think about it, kind of piggyback off of what Cornell said. Annette wants to do all the theatrics for Annette and the crying, and she wants to say how much she cared and how much this affected her. And I can't think of one case. Even the narcissist that you know did some messed up things. They even go to the extravagant lengths to go to the funeral, set it up, and do the things. But these people won't even say her name.
They're, it's like saying her name. It scares the shit out of them.
It does. But
But
my thing with, especially, I don't know, like I'm mad at everybody in the equation, but I don't know. I have a special type of hate for Annette because, A, you was this girl's legal guardian. So it was primarily your responsibility to take care of her. And then B, you much older. Like your grandma house, you should be safe at, if anything. Like, I don't know. I
absolutely.
just,
Because
she
Colonel,
just a
you know, we
different
talk
type
about it
of,
all the time. At
yeah.
Big Mama's house, Colonel, that's the safest place that should have ever been. But Annette was a different type of Big Mama. She would, I mean, Annette was a madam.
Right. She wasn't no big mama at all. Just like I said, she should have had her ass in the kitchen cooking greens and cornbread, but instead she wanted to sell cat. So
Old cat. And when her cat stopped meowing, she didn't have a meow cat. This bitch had something that roared, and nobody wanted a roaring ass cat. So she started selling little kittens. That dirty bitch. Annette have not seen her day yet.
facts. I did want to say too, I'm a social worker in Detroit, so I'm not surprised like with CPS, failing her. I'm not shocked by that at all because I done
Hey,
seen
can I
some
ask you a
stuff.
question real quick, Cornell? Just
Sure.
for you, because I reside in the D ski as well, and as you being a social worker, and like I just want to, and this is nothing like I just want to ask, like you being able to say that, like there's nothing that you can do or write or anything like you can say to make CPS better or hold them accountable.
I wish I could. I really do. But from my experience, like, okay, so I used to be a family reunification worker. I used to help people get their kids back from foster care. And the stuff that I just seen alone, like I done seen workers tell their clients to lie in court. I done seen judges negotiate kids. Well, you gonna keep these kids, and we're gonna take these kids to get adopted.
Damn.
It's a dirty game.
No, so like, and it's kind of intriguing. Well, not like in a good intriguing way, but you're a social worker, and that's crazy. Like, so you witnessed it firsthand, like them literally negotiating kids and things.
Yes, I have. What else I was gonna say? It's been numerous of times I done made reports to CPS and they didn't follow up with me or they wanted me to give them information. But it's like if y'all went out there and investigate, why do you want me to send you pictures of what's going on in the situation? So, or it's been times I never heard nothing back from them at all. Just, hey, is this kid, is they okay? Is they I heard A, B, C, and D. I need you to investigate this. Yeah, Detroit is.
And
I
it
can't
That's
seems
say
it
wild.
seems
it
like with
is something
Detroit,
different.
Cornell, it seems like with Detroit, if you'd have just kept pushing the issue, you would have appeared to be like a whistleblower, and then they would have got rid of your ass. You would no longer have a job because
Exact.
now you
That's
were
true.
leaking this shit out.
That's true.
Corruption.
I have been like in situations like where my supervisor or higher ups was forcing me to make a decision where I didn't want to make, and then they made me look like I was breaking the chain of command or something when I tried to stand up and advocate and go above them. So like you said, you right. They would try to fire you and blackball you and make you, seem like you the
Wow.
one that's in the wrong. So yeah, I
Well,
done.
that's your answer right there. Detroit just crooked on
It
all
is.
levels.
That
On
part.
all levels.
Corruption.
It very much is.
Dang. Well, thank you for your hard work because I know you're on the good side, and thank you for what you do, try to do, yo. And I can't imagine, even being working close to them, yo.
Yeah. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
And
But it's a shame. Nazaya's name has been floating through these streets since January of 2024, right? They gave us this
Yes.
fucked up date of January 9th, and we know that child has been gone since long before January 9th. But we rolling with the date that they gave us. We're gonna roll with that because that's what they gave us. And the sad part about it is Detroit. They all stuck together with that bullshit and put out this reckless ass story. Because the story that they tell ain't the story, y'all.
And Mocha, listen here. I want to just say this because we're on the topic. Not only did they put out the story, let's go back to the one picture that I've seen our girl Annette Harris with the one that they wanted to plaster and make the big one with the glasses. The one and only picture I've ever seen with Annette Harris wearing reading eyeglasses. That's the only one. Compared to some other pictures around her, around
She
that
never
day.
had the glasses on.
And she looks so much different. Like, in my opinion, our girl went missing when she was 13 years old. I want to say that picture damn near looks like 10-ish,
She was
9, 11.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
The
years
picture with the
ago.
glasses on. The
Yeah.
picture with that picture with the glasses on, where they so claim she was waving high and by. That was an old ass picture, and then look, that particular picture right there. That is not the TikTok, Instagram desire.
No, and that's what I was gonna say is not only did they come out and tell us, they showed us too with their dumbasses. But I think a lot of America can't look past like, oh, it's the police, it's media, it's broad, it's mainstream, and so it's got to be true.
They don't know who they're dealing with. They don't know who the hell they're dealing with. And the sad part about it is, like I said, that picture of Nazaria, Nazaria looked like she was in the 5th grade when she took that picture, because that was a little chubby Nazaria.
And again, I never, and anybody please, like, if you have, I'll take my back, but I haven't, me personally, I've never seen, that's the only picture, and that's what, like, boggles me in a sense, like, how can they go to the extravagant lengths, and they don't even try, you guys, like, if we really think about the story they slapped together, and the pictures they slapped together, and the recordings, in my opinion, they slapped together, it doesn't even come close to matching up. That's how much they didn't give a shit.
But not, Jay, listen, not just that. Think about it. Even the description of what Nazaria was supposedly wearing the day she came up missing didn't match the picture that they showed of her the day she supposedly took the last picture.
It didn't.
Bingo. That part, that's the boldest part right there.
None of this is making sense. Absolutely none of it. And I still, I have questions. I got lots of questions. Because I still want to know where Annette went at 3:00 the same day that Nazaria was getting off the bus, and stayed gone 3 hours.
Yeah, and she can't say, "Oh, I was picking up the other kids," because if I'm remembering correctly, they still were in the after-school program, correct?
Correct.
And Nazaria wasn't. So you can't even say you were, anything to do with the other shorties, broad. Or what the fuck were you doing?
And we didn't make this shit up. Shannon told us that.
And Nazaria bus stop is literally right around the corner from their house. So if anything, if she was driving out at exactly at 3 p.m. to handle some so-called errands, she would have ran into Nazaria. And most normal grandparents would be like, come get in the car. Let's ride with Granny.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then Shannon brought up big black ass out here. Because when Nazaria didn't bring her ass home, well, bitch, this little girl y'all claim is missing. And this is how you're going to judge this situation?
That pissed me off when she said that, because
Bitch.
she blamed it because Nazaria didn't bring her ass home. Like, what you mean Nazaria didn't bring her ass home? No, your ass let a predator in the home and touch your kids and your niece. Like, that really rubbed me the wrong way when she said that.
And then to sit her slow ass up there and said, if society gave him a chance. Nah, bitch, society didn't give him a chance because everybody ran from that monster. You and your mo gave him a chance.
And the Jarvettes.
And the Jarvettes. Hey, you guys, I want to run this by you guys. I want to, when I think about everything, like, so much happened on the 9th, in my opinion. Like, I feel like they had more than 24 hours for everything that went on the 9th. But what if, like, in a sense, like, I feel like, what if, like, the Jaguar, like, they planned to set that plan up, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they drove it out so they could make sure that their phones would ping, and, like, it was part
Talking shit, Jay. Talking shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to run this by y'all, because, and like, so, like, it was, like, in a sense, damage control, like, and, I feel like they used the red Jaguar because they had history with the Jaguar, and it would have looked weird if they would have just chose a random, Joe Blow car, you know what I'm saying? But to really think about it, so if they had to plan this day out, they all had to talk on the phone. So in a sense, they all kind of had to know that they were doing something they weren't supposed to, right?
And if you
Avoiding the
think,
truth.
and let me tell you where the truth lies, right? When they got King's son's aunt up there on that stand, right? She couldn't tell the dates. She couldn't remember how the money was they got paid. She didn't know where there was an ATM. She didn't know where there was she didn't know nothing. Nothing added up with what she said.
No, in Mocha, I feel like we all, like, in a sense, I feel like America kind of slept on Talasia Moore. That's my opinion. I feel like we kind of did, but again, she wasn't on that prelim for no reason, in my opinion. And again, I feel like the prosecutors, me and Big M, there she is. I see her. What up, though, Big M?
Big
Me and Big
M.
M. We kind of talked about it too. The prosecution knew that, so that's why Jarvis, in my opinion, had to take the deal, because the prosecution was gonna eat that up. Like, they're like, we got, you know what I'm saying? Like, they came to the forefront with the story, the lie, and the prosecution seen all through that. And they thought that, again, Jarvis, my bad. They're ordinary, criminals, and they want to be somebody, but in a sense, they dang, I forgot my train of thought. My bad.
We were talking about the date. Yeah, we were just talking about the date that them making up that date.
Oh, okay, yeah, they're ordinary. So in their eyes, they're like, oh my goodness, we got this alibi. If we have this airtight alibi that we made, then we got Talasia Moore on board. We got the pinging of the phone. They can see we got my dude's tether, pinging me. That's backup. So they thought they had this ass tight alibi. But
and it was so strategic. They put everybody was in line, right?
That part. So Talasia Moore had to be part of it. Like, they had to be like, hey, we need you to coax and say this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and like you said, she couldn't even remember that. What the only thing she could remember, if I'm not wrong, is like the coat. And that's funny. There's 6 people that seen Isaiah on the 9th. 6 people, and they all remember that coat. Mm-hmm.
But okay. This is what I need y'all to help me with, right? Now, I'm just throwing it out there. If Jarvis Butts actually unalived Nazaria Harris, if he did it, Jarvis Butts got to be the most stupidest, insane, dumbest criminal in all of America. Because if anybody in their right mind is planning to unalive somebody, right? Why would you put yourself in a spotlight all throughout that day and let 15, 16 different people see you with this same little girl that you intend on unaliving? Because everybody saw him with her that day, supposedly.
I agree, but
that sunshine.
JJ, I was gonna say, JJ, your theory makes a lot of sense, because I think, like, with the clothes and where they just found the clothes, like, I believe that them clothes was just planted there to throw people
Absolutely.
off his track. So it would make sense what JJ is saying. Okay, let's plan this to make it look like our stuff is pinging. People got to remember, Jarvis is a seasoned criminal, so he wasn't new to stuff like this. So they thought, like you said, I think they thought they had everything figured out.
An alibi, which,
yeah.
And we know in court, it's not about right or wrong. It's about what you can prove in a court of law. So in their ordinary minds, they're like, oh my goodness, we have this airtight alibi that is so airtight. We did, you know what I'm saying, that we planned. And they thought they were good. That's what I feel like what comes to the Jaguar.
I think that's where we're wrong, right? I'm gonna tell you where I think we're wrong at. Because Cornell said Jarvis is a seasoned criminal. No, Jarvis is a seasoned nasty ass man. That's Jarvis' charge. Let me tell you about the seasoned, silent criminals. Shannon, Annette, Marquita. Let me tell you, Jarvis ain't the one with missing children on his hand and bodies on his hands and shit.
That's facts.
That part.
But look at them other 3.
That's facts.
Now, whatever went down in that shop, went down in that shop. But if it went down in that shop, that was for moving them children. Jarvis was guilty of that shit, because, baby, that's where them $7,000, in my opinion, come in at. That was part of his goddamn pay for just delivering.
Amen. And you got to think too, Mocha. I want to ask you a question, and
Mhm.
and this is just we're all adults here and things like that, and the facts of the case. So I want to say this: we heard the defense say we'll take the SA charges. We're not taking that red rum, okay? But let's think about it. Let's think about a rug addict, right? And they have a big bag of whatever their choice of rugs, right? That's
Uh-huh.
like why that's like Jarvis Butts unaliving Naziah Harris, in my opinion. She was like a rug to him. Like he was a predator.
Absolutely.
So like what kind of rug like who was fiend like and again he had no intentions of stopping doing what the fuck he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Why would he get rid of
Right.
his rug of choice? You know, my biggest thing has been this, JJ. My biggest thing has been this from the very beginning. Jarvis Butts was a nasty man. We knew that. We learned that about him, right? He had no picks and chooses. If this man did not discriminate when he got charged for touching a 4-year-old, we know that he had other little girls under his belt. Other little girls that he done touched, impregnated, all this stuff, had babies by him, all this stuff. He never unalived them. My
Right.
question has always been this. What made Naziah different? What made her different to whereas, oh, well, because that's the story they're giving us. Oh, because she was pregnant with his baby and he didn't want her to be pregnant with the baby and he knew he had to go serve a year in jail.
No,
That
Naziah
wasn't
had
Yeah, I'm
jealous
not
family
believing that.
members.
I'm not. I'm with you, Mocha. I'm not believing that too much either because, like, I was asking, like, okay, when I said about the AB clinic, right? Like, okay, Annette was her legal guardian. She would have most likely gave her parental consent, to go to the clinic and have a procedure done to remove the pregnancy. So
absolutely.
it's like, okay, I mean, and I get like, she's young, they gonna question her, but they know how to skill and coerce these kids to lie on everything else. So why they couldn't coerce her to lie and say, okay, I got pregnant by some boy? A lot of these clinics, they don't even look into it like that. They just really just won't. Long as you got the money, they do the procedure. Like that's one thing I never really understood is why they just couldn't. If she was pregnant and that's the problem, why they couldn't just take her to a clinic? Like it's a ton of teenage girls get pregnant all the time. And I did see in the comments somebody said, okay, maybe this wasn't her first time getting pregnant. So I don't know if maybe she went going to the clinic multiple times. If that would have made them start to raise suspicion and start questioning. But it just seemed I don't know like why y'all just
But
didn't take her to the clinic.
a suspicion really would have came in with Annette being, so say, a foster mother.
Exactly.
Because I mean, to my last understanding, Shannon supposedly told Cash that they didn't let Naziah leave the house. She couldn't go nowhere because that would have brought, because people would have been asking questions, and would have been looking at her mom strange. And then Shannon said she gave Naziah the AB pill, and Naziah didn't take the AB pill. It went from one extreme to the next. So my thing is, listen at the lies. If y'all claim Naziah didn't go nowhere because she couldn't be seen that way, how the hell did this story come from the text? If gym is hard. Where did this story come from? She was on the floor at the school. Where the fuck
Right.
y'all found these people to sit up here and make up these lies? Especially that motherfucking lady talking, because Naziah, she would eat all my snacks. Naziah would come to the school and she would talk to me all the time. Bitch, you lied.
Yeah.
Them people was on payroll. Even that greasy hair bitch that so safe on the ID, she was on payroll too. I'm sorry. I don't believe none of that shit.
You be going in on them, Mocha. I love it.
Because I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn because they lied. That's children we're talking about. These big, grown, raggedy ass people, you don't do that to fucking children. And I don't understand how Detroit is getting away with this bullshit. That's too many children keep coming up missing, and the story is the fucking same.
Facts.
I ain't buying that shit. Not me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that lady, That ugly lady who so claims she found that ID, the one with the teeth that be sliding out of her mouth, her. That lady is in pictures with that same goddamn church that I looked into.
Oh,
That
for
lady
real?
was that lady was standing her ass there with Bishop Bullwinkle. Bishop Bullwinkle, that's the same fucking church that threw Annette ragged ass out once the heat came on and Nazaria was declared missing. These people ain't shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know she. I did go on the website when, like I said, when I saw that little girl in that wig, I damn near threw my phone because I was just like, what? Like,
You understand? That little girl was, listen, Colonel, when I saw the shit, let's talk about that. When I got a wind of that church, when I got a wind of that church, and how I got a wind of the church is because Big Perm kept talking about the church. So I'm like, let me go dig into this fucking church and see what this church is all about. I get on the goddamn website of the church. Here you go. A so say father-daughter dance. How many of you all in this chat remember seeing Shannon post pictures of Jarvis Butts going to a father-daughter dance? Now,
I'm
everybody in their right mind thought the father-daughter dance was at a school. It was not at a school. It was at that fucking church, right? So, first, that's the first red flag for me, because how the hell? Anyway, I get to the website. Here it is, Bishop Bullwinkle. He recording it. He got his phone out. He recording what's going on. In the center of that floor, which is supposed to be a dance, ain't nobody fucking dancing. Bunch of little bitty children there. I'm telling y'all just what I saw. I ain't accusing nobody of shit. I'm just telling y'all what I saw. Get there, Jarvis Butt standing there. Whole bunch of men standing there. They got about 15 little girls there. Of the 15 little girls, maybe 8 of them had on masquerade masks on, right? So why are we separating these children? Why so many have on masks? And because the other ones was just little bitty girls looking at them. But check this shit here out. Now you got a bunch of old ragged ass Arab men, long plaits, cigars in their mouth and shit, with their cameras out, videoing these little girls with the masquerade masks on. Now, if that's a father and daughter dance, these little girls black as me, why the hell are these Arab men videoing these little girls? Where the fuck is their daddy? Where is their daddy? Because all these Arab men could not have been their goddamn daddy. I want to know. I want to fucking know, because what it appeared to me, and this is only my opinion, this was no father and daughter dance. This was a fucking cover up. It appeared to me that these little girls was twirling in the middle of the floor
I
because it
saw
was an
that.
auction. It was a
I saw
fucking
the
auction.
picture. I saw the picture with a bunch of girls just laying on the floor, and I thought that was weird too.
A lot went on in that church. You got Colonel. Why did that church have all them beds in it? What church y'all know got beds in it? Then you got a little girl sitting there, no more than 8 years old. My heart was bleeding. Y'all don't know how mad I was when I saw that shit. That little girl looked like she was 5, 6 years old. She's sitting up there dressed in leopard with her legs crossed. Lipstick red. I'm a grown bitch and I don't wear red lipstick. They put red lipstick on that little girl. And she had a blonde wig on that looked like it belonged to a First Lady Bullwinkle. And then the little girl had a purse to match. Her legs was crossing. And she had her fingers in a pose to where this is my cigarette, bitch. But this is the kicker. Bishop Bullwinkle's wife had a Facebook page in the name of, these are all missing children of Detroit. Now me with my slow ass, my green ass, my dumb ass, I thought it was legit. But then people that knows the code, knows the lingo, know that kind of language, they said, no, Moca, stop. These are not missing children. Because let me tell you why they had to stop me, because Moca had 1,001 questions. I wanted to know, since y'all got a missing children's page from this church, why isn't Nazaria's picture on that page? That was my
Facts.
question. And she was at the and she belonged to that church. Why wasn't she on that page? The people came back and said, Mocha, because that page is not what you think it is. That page is not saying that these children are missing. That page is letting them
Hey,
know
Mocha, I want
these
to
are
ask
the
you a
children.
question.
These are the children that's for sale. Ain't it as a bitch?
Yeah, is your content still up? I don't. I know I asked you.
Absolutely, Jay. It's up.
Okay, yeah, cause I'm gonna go back and I want to revisit that. Do you remember what month it was?
I could look. I'm gonna go find it and I'll shoot it to you.
All right, I appreciate you because I definitely want to check that out.
Yeah.
And it's kind of ironic how it's like I feel like you guys kind of read my mind in a sense. Like, remember how when I first came on here, I said that I had just, I definitely have several questions, but I have three main questions.
Uh huh.
And I swear it's like, my first question would be like, given the multiple CPS complaints naming but since 2015, which 2015 goes back to the angel, which Mike, not Mike, but, my bad, a certain CC mentioned or showed on his platform. Um, uh, Jarrell, aka Poppy, he was one at the time. So, in the specifics up until 2022 involving our girl Naziah Harris, what patterns and CPS risk assessments or investigators' decision making led to the repeated low risk classification despite his prior, SO status? And then, how did the school and law enforcement systems um, fail like Naziah with all the safety I know that they have a safety liaison officer or whatever you call it. You have the attendance tracking, you have the cell phone data. How is it this failed? And then my last question is in sight of or in light of certain testimonies, the inconsistencies, from the household and the adults, post plea family demands, what forensic or digital, uh, digital intelligence was potentially under scrutinization due to the plea deal and could have been revealed, additional enablers or withheld information now that Butts is deceased. So those are my three
Huh.
questions.
Can I answer one of them?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the one, I think it was the second question you were saying, like, how did all the systems and the school system, like the school
Yep.
system, they're no better kind of than CPS. Like, I've been in multiple Detroit schools because I used to be a probation counselor, and I would have to go to the schools to get like kids' report cards and see how they doing in school, and they would have to track their attendance too, because some of the kids I had was like kids who was not attending school regularly. So the case went to the court. But anyway, like some of the schools, like the stuff what happened with Naziah, like they would mark a kid, the attendance wasn't reliable. Like they would say, okay, a kid was absent, but really they was here. Or in her case, they would say she was here and really she was absent. Like I've been to so many Detroit schools, and some of them, like they just had some teachers and some of the workers there, they just have no clue of really what's going on in their school. Like they don't, they're not well organized. And with I think with the officer there, if I'm not mistaken, he was like about to retire, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe he just left the file on the desk until they realized, oh shoot, this that little girl that's missing. I mean, but that's the type of stuff. And then like from the counselor, one thing that really bothered me was when they said, because I'm a counselor and I worked in the school system, so when they said that the counselor didn't show up and she was looking for somebody, looking for a counselor to talk to, I felt like that was a big failure. Like, they should, okay, even if she couldn't talk to that counselor, you could have got somebody else for her to talk to. Okay, what's going
Absolutely.
on, Azaya? Like, okay, it should be somebody else there because it's been many times, I done had to been there for kids who needed somebody to talk to. But I feel like somebody could have talked and said, okay, what is, what's going on? What's bothering you? I noticed you on, like, I'm with you, Mocha. Like, it's like I kind of believe the floor story, but I kind of don't because nobody's asking you, okay, why are you on the floor? What's going on? Do your grandma need to come pick you up? Like, that don't make sense to me either.
But
Like, no,
Pernell, the fact that so said substitute teacher, the fact that she said Nazaria was on the floor asking for the counselor and she left her there. She ain't went get nobody. Okay, Nazaria wants the counselor, but the counselor ain't here. But I'm a grown bitch and I'm looking at a child hurting. I'm looking at a child going through XYZ, and I'm gonna just leave her there because the person she want ain't here. And I ain't doing shit
right.
else about it other than telling her sit down here and I'm gonna give her a snack. Bitch, is you crazy?
That don't make sense. And that teacher, could actually be charged because she's a mandated reporter. Okay, it's no reason that that didn't make no sense to me
That part,
either.
and for her to come out, in my opinion, and call a radio station, and or not a radio station, my bad. A platform, my bad. And just so loosely and so just like that is so unprofessional in so many
Yeah,
levels and just
I need y'all
unattractive in the
help.
spirit. Like,
I
ugh.
need y'all help because I'm still torn. If Nazaria was on that floor on January 9th, 2024, wailing in pain, first things first, y'all. Shannon said Nazaria called her that day from school. Hey, TT, what you doing? Y'all remember that?
I do. And she
Okay,
told her to do some work.
that's what she told her. Okay,
Yup.
so let's move on. If Nazaria was wailing in pain at school, y'all know every child these days have cellular phones. You mean to tell me nobody told a mama? Nobody recorded Nazaria? Nobody put that shit on social media? No, nothing. That's number two. Let me keep going. Nazaria was in such pain that day. You mean to tell me that school didn't have enough common sense to call the paramedics to come and see about this child since the counselor wasn't there? Clearly, no
Right.
school nurse was there. Nobody was there. Okay, that's number three. Let's get to the good part. If she was that fucking bad off, how the fuck Nazaria get on the school bus and walk 2.5 miles to go meet Jarvis and Kane? Get the fuck away from me.
Facts.
No, it's like the more the time went on, Mocha, that like everyone, like the people, part of the story was like, all right, like, or wanted to talk about it in a sense, like just to talk about it. And it's like you said, you hit every nail on the head, in my opinion. Absolutely. And why wouldn't Naziah say anything to Shannon? I'm not feeling good, Auntie. Like,
Exactly.
Right.
That's crazy to me. All this shit is weird. And it's like they sat around the table. It's like they had a meeting and they got this fucking story together. And some people forgot what they were supposed to say. And this
Yeah.
shit came out lopsided.
Because like you said, from like you always say, the math never math. The math just ain't mathing. It never
Mhm.
added up. It's not making sense.
no
And then it get
timeline makes
and then it
sense.
gets better. It gets better. 5%. For those of you in the chat that don't know who I'm calling 5%, 5% is the man who they said was Nazia's daddy, Mervin. Mervin dead and gone today. Mervin said before he passed away, him and his family went out passing missing flyers for Nazia. He said as fast as they were putting the flyers up, Marquita and Shannon was tearing them down.
I
Then he
remember
went on,
that.
then he went on to say, while they were passing out the flyers, they were asking kids in the neighborhood, have y'all seen Nazia? The children in the neighborhood say they hadn't seen Nazia in weeks. So
That
if
part.
these children told this man before he passed away that they had not seen Nazia in weeks, they could miss me with that bullshit about January 9th.
Another thing why I don't like Annette raggedy ass is she kept saying, okay, Naziah got off of the bus with a schoolmate. Remember that she kept saying that. It's
Yeah,
like, okay, well, if she got, A, how do you know she got off the bus with the schoolmate if you ain't seen her? And then B, like, okay, if she did get off a bus with the schoolmate, like, it's just weird that they didn't bring this schoolmate in. Like, okay, which way did you see Tuda go?
that
Like,
part, Cornell.
it, it, it just
Cornell,
don't.
we haven't heard of a friend since this shit started. All we could go on is what Shannon said. Because to the friend said, she said, bitch, who, what friend? Where the friend at?
Right, right.
Shannon was the friend. Let me tell you who Shannon was. That bobber head, deep eye, big back bitch. This is who Shannon is. Shannon in this whole situation. Shannon was the so say friend. Shannon was also Naziah in those text messages. Let me tell you, that deep set eye monster, Shannon did all this damage. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Shannon is behind all of this shit.
No, I
Yeah,
definitely agree.
I do too.
And one thing I wanted to say too, real quick, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop down or whatever. I want to say first of all, always flowers to you, Mocha. Thank you for all your hard work and your realness.
You too,
And
Jay. You too. You're doing a great job.
I appreciate you. And one thing I wanted to say, one thing that was different from Naziah, like you said, the question was, what was different about Naziah? Is a jealous aunt. And then I feel like, in a sense, after hearing all these calls and these crazy women, like, jealous women, in my opinion, that were super, like, these women that were so immature, not even close to on her level, and they were jealous of her. And I feel like that's the only thing that's different. So that's why I feel like, Jarvis Butts was guilty of, essaying for sure, but I just don't see the red rum, man.
Me either.
Yeah.
It's hard to see, Jay. It's
And
hard to
she
see.
and she had more backbone than some of them women he was talking to. They act like they had
And
no
that
backbone at all.
part, and just from the social media, just like, it's crazy to say this, but like, look at how powerful she is doing in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? In just a little bit, you could just tell like she was so much stronger than any of them wide,
All
big
of them.
back neck women ever could be.
All of them. That baby had more maturity than Shannon, Annette, Marquita put together, and damn sure more maturity than all Jarvis slow ass women that's on the bus.
That part. And I gotta catch up. I didn't see last night or the night before, but I know it's been going crazy. But I want to say this: the truth always makes them cringe, Mocha.
Absolutely.
It makes them cringe, and when they come slithering out of the woodworks, pay attention, everybody. That's a big indicator. They only come out when when they're cringing, in a sense. And again, thank you for everybody listening to me. Let me up here and salute Naziah Harris is her name, and I'll be around
Absolutely.
Mocha and Cornell. Salute to you.
We appreciate you, Jay. As
Salute,
always,
JJ.
girl, you know you always got a spot up here.
Always. All right, y'all. Take care.
All right, girl.
I want to touch on something else, Mocha. I
Go ahead.
heard that lady, Naziah's mom, is adopted by Annette. Like that's not her biological daughter.
And
I
she's
can
not.
see that
She's
because
not.
she don't favor them, and then I think that's why it was easy for her to sell her off to Charles. Like, cause I'm like this, she never favored them to me.
Hell no. You see the monsters Annette got for children?
Thing one and thing two.
Shannon and Marquita both look like they eat people.
Mhm.
I don't understand this shit. There's no way this should have gotten as far as it has gotten. There's no way.
I agree. I
No
ain't, I
way.
ain't I ain't never in my life seen a case like this. A case this trifling. Like it just it's just not making sense. Like you said, the higher ups. That's what really need to be investigated. She, like you said, mop wig, a granny monster is playing in our face. She knows some people because it just is. I ain't never seen no case move like this. How did all these many people get away scot free? The
But
police
Colonel, let me tell
department,
you, they probably right now they hate the fuck out of Roxy. I know they do, right?
yeah,
Because They gave that information to Roxy first, and Roxy couldn't hold salt on her tongue. Roxy went straight to social media with it. Roxy exposed the fact that Naziah was missing. Hey, my little cousin is missing. Have you seen her? That's what Roxy said.
I
And
don't, even with
from that
Roxy.
moment, from that moment, baby, all hell broke loose. Because let me tell you something, Cornell.
Mhm.
Naziah is not the first child that disappeared from Annette's reach like this. These
True.
children disappear and nobody hears not a goddamn thing about it. The difference between those that done disappeared in the past and Naziah got the attention. There's other children nobody knew about. The family members that knew about the other children that disappeared, they just let that shit go and they ain't said a fuck thing about it. And that's the problem I have with them hoes.
Mentioning Roxy, like she's questionable to me too. Cause like you said, when they went over to the house, I'm thinking she about to start whooping Shannon's ass and dragging her to the kitchen and hitting her with mops and brooms and stuff. But she over there whispering like they kumbaya, and
She
like
full
you
of shit
said.
too. She full of shit too. Listen,
Shit.
let me tell you, she was in on it. I don't give a
Yeah.
goddamn what nobody say. They always in on it, Cornell, and we gotta call it for what it is. How the fuck you come out here saying something 1 minute, and then the next minute when it's getting too close and people start digging and it look like some of your dirty shit go come out, now you're backpedaling. Get the fuck
Yeah.
on. Y'all all had a fucking party in this.
And then, like what you said, she kept Shannon. What sticks in my mind, she kept saying, "This is what you wanted, Roxy. This is
That
what you
part.
wanted."
And
What did
how could
she
people
mean
forget
by
that?
that?
How could people forget that? This is what you wanted. So what the fuck did Roxy really want? So it makes you go back and question the fact that Roxy traveled from Detroit, from Texas to Detroit and back to Texas, all during the same time of the disappearance of this child. That's why I said this story is all over the fucking place.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
And then when you ask them about Frank, you ask her and her mom and them about Frank. Oh, I don't know who that is. I wish the fuck y'all stop lying to America.
Yeah, me too.
That's crazy.
It
Right.
is
But it's sad,
crazy.
it's sad that nobody else bigger came in and picked this goddamn case up. It's sad.
It's very sad. And then what's really sad is, he done unalived himself, or so they say,
So they say.
before we found out where this girl is. Like we ain't gonna never know where this girl body at. That's what I'm saying. Like that's what we would want is for this baby to be laid to peace.
Absolutely. And then my biggest thing is with Kim Worthless. How the
Yeah,
hell Kim Worthless could come out here? And that's the part that eats me up. And if I'm wrong, I need y'all to pull me back. Right? How could Kim Worthless come out here and say, we know without a doubt that Jarvis Butts is the father of Naziah Harris's unborn baby? Well, bitch, how do you know? You got Naziah? You got
right,
the baby? Because y'all got to let me know something.
right. I didn't see that part. I need to go back and watch that.
Yeah. She said she knew without a shadow of a doubt that Jarvis Butts was the father of Naziah's baby. Now, how do you know that, ma'am?
And then another thing, yeah, Kim Wervler, she talk the talk, but she don't walk the walk.
As we see,
She said that she was, more charges was to be brought on. Remember that? That's what she said in the
I
beginning. She
remember.
said we're gonna bring on more charges. Now ain't
But
ain't
on who?
nobody getting charged. No, somebody
Nobody.
gotta be held responsible, accountable. It's not just Jairus. Other people need to be held accountable for this girl going missing.
Yeah, and that listen, and you heard what you said. Somebody has to be accountable for her going missing. Now let's put shit into perspective. Kim Worthless came out here and said she knows for a fact that Jarvis Butts is the father of Naziah Harris's unborn baby. Kim Worthless also said more people will be arrested in this. She said that.
She did.
Okay? Jarvis Butts sits his ass in Wayne County for 2 years. Ain't uttered a fucking word. Ain't said shit. Ain't did nothing. All he did was hustle them slow women for money. All right. Now it comes closer to sentencing. You mean to tell me a week before shit was really supposed to shake and the world was supposed to get excited and see a trial and shit like this, he accepts a plea deal. He accepts a plea deal. Shannon and Annette and them supposedly gets immunity. Nothing is said. Kim Worthless come back out here and say, we're the state of Michigan is satisfied with the answer that the truthful answer that Jarvis Butts has given, that she's in Rouge River. Bitch, is you crazy?
Right.
It makes no sense to me. And
No, I
then
don't.
Jarvis Butts supposedly, a week after sentencing, Jarvis Butts supposedly unalive himself.
Which makes
Listen,
no sense because he was being
listen.
treated well in
Mocha
there,
ain't
from what
no
I heard.
Mocha ain't no psychic. Mocha ain't no reader. Mocha ain't none of that bullshit. But Mocha said long time ago. I said it's been 2 years. Ain't no nothing come up for Naziah other than planted ass clothes all around the place that they tried to make a case out of. And that's what I said, tried. Because they know fucking well all that planted shit did not belong to Naziah. All right. I said it. I said, Naziah done disappeared off the face of the earth. No signs of Naziah nowhere. I said, well, Naziah done disappeared. I said, give it a while. I said, now we're going to wait for the trial. Well, there was no trial. So it just ended up being a sentencing. But back in the day, I said, Jarvis Butts, they're going to sentence Jarvis Butts. I said, give him a couple of years. He might sit there 2-3 years. I said, and then he go disappear. Well, it didn't take a couple of years. Jarvis Butts disappeared within a week.
Mm-hmm.
This is crazy to me. And Detroit needs to do better.
Man, let me tell you more about that story with the truancy. So, like I said, I was a probation counselor, right? And I had a kid. He was, he had he was missing a lot of school. He was skipping school. So I'm asking the teacher. So I go to the Detroit school to see, talk to the teacher like, hey, is he in class and not? I kid you not, Mocha. This teacher had on some pajamas. And then when I was trying to ask her, like, okay, so is he in class? Is he doing? She like, well, yeah, I think he be here, and like how, like she had no clue of what was going on in her classroom. Like it
I'm still
made
stuck
no
at the fact.
sense.
I'm still stuck
Okay.
at the fact that the teacher was in class with pajamas on.
Hey, that's Detroit Public Schools, DPS. I can't make this stuff up.
Child, this is insane. This is insane to me. Levesque said the mere fact that Jarvis didn't try to unalive his other baby mamas, it didn't mean nothing to him. Why unalive Naziah? That family knew where she was all times of the day. She asked, "Did you ask Nana?" And but listen, not on Levesque. Not only did she ask, "Did you ask Nana?" Jarvis Butts, during his interrogation, told those people, "Go ask her grandma." Go ask the grandma. She know.
Granny Monster, the ringleader, because and I caught on to that when she was texting him at 2 o'clock in the morning, and if you trying to sneak out, you would ask, are they asleep? Not,
Mhm.
did they say I can go? Why would they say you can go at 2 o'clock in the morning? What grown grandma would say that? Like, you should already know the answer gonna be no.
Absolutely, Colonel. And see that text there? That's what makes me know that wasn't a Naziah text. That was a Shannon text. That's sad. This whole shit is sad. And if anybody else want to come up, the link is pinned. We are welcoming all opinions tonight.
And then I want to say something about the two, that claim they call CPS and they've been advocating. Okay, so the one, uh, I think Janelle, like
Uh-huh.
she was saying, okay, she reported it, like right. But my thing is, okay, and I know I mentioned this a lot, but she let them stay in her Section 8 townhome, as we know. She subleased it, which is illegal. You can't just let nobody stay in a government funded townhome, but that's neither here nor there. But the
Right.
thing is, it's like, okay, so there's CPS or somebody investigate, like, hey, so when you on Section 8, you can't have no PDFs. That's why Shannon got put out and had to go stay back with her mama. You can't have no PDFs living with you on Section 8. So it's like, okay, you knew this man was a PDF. Why would you allow Shannon and him to come stay in a townhome with your name on it? Like, I think CPS should have questioned that. Like, okay, or that should have been investigated. You allowed this man that you know is a PDF to come stay in an apartment with your name. That looks like you're aiding and abetting. You're housing a
And,
PDF.
and
Like,
Cornell, it gets better, right? Because
right,
this last paperwork came out, said that they've been knowing this shit since 2012.
exactly.
So make it make sense. They've been knowing this shit since 2012. So don't bring your ass out here and introduce this to America like y'all just heard about this shit in 2022 or in when the first incident happened. Hell no, Jarvis Butt's been around that family doing what he do since 2012. Y'all go stop this shit.
Yeah. And like you said, Mocha, they really tell on themselves. Like they think they trying to, give information, and but then it'd be like, wait a minute, okay, you had, what I'm saying, this man living under your roof. I would have told her, no, he can't come stay here. Ain't about to mess up my credit and get, because it's gonna fall back on her and get me having eviction on my credit because you got a PDF living, you know. So
But we took the PDF to Disney World with all them other people, little children out there.
exactly.
The fuck?
Yeah, I remember that. She was real comfy with Shannon, all hugged up and stuff. So that's why I was glad you dragged them, the way you did, because they are, like you said, they are just full of it. It's just like stop the fuckery, okay?
Absolutely.
Stop the
Absolutely.
fuckery. Like we sick of the fuckery. We sick of y'all playing in our faces. Can we just like can we just put this fine where this baby at and put this baby to rest? Like this
Right.
story has touched us all. It's a different this story is a different kind of special. It really is, because
To
ain't
everybody.
nobody seen no shit like this in their life.
But my thing is that let me show you. See, that was a prime example of how they let those children, because there was you look, they thought they was smart, they thought they was just being everything they could be to the people with these two damn faces. How is it that you say you wouldn't let your children go around Annette's house? But you could take a PDF to Disney World and have him around other people's children.
Or when that little boy, said that Annette hit him in the face and to where he bled. Y'all didn't see that. Y'all didn't see the bruises or the marks. Like y'all didn't know she was giving them melatonin. Like and that's the thing. Okay, so it's not happening to your kids, but y'all not gonna y'all didn't really like you said, they didn't really care about these other kids that was in the household and stuff, like how they trying to make it seem like, oh, we tried to save the kids. No, they probably just called CPS because they probably just got into some beef with a net and was just being petty. Like, okay, we're gonna call CPS, or beef with Shannon or something like that. That's what I believe happened.
Look, I'm with you. I am with you. I mean, because this shit, the sad part about it is this. They allowed this shit to go on for as long as it did, to the
Right.
point to where they got out of hand. It got out of hand, and now they're fighting America because now they're all exposed. Because right now, ain't nobody is exempt from getting backlash behind what happened to this child. You know, we even discussed the fact that Naziah was in an uncomfortable situation with their great uncle.
Hmm.
How the fuck you come out here trying to defend that?
I remember that they was trying to say, "Oh, not Uncle Eric. He would never do that." Yeah, I remember that.
And they claim, but then, oh, child, but then Shannon says, Uncle Eric, or was it Shannon? I don't want to lie on neither one of them. One of them hoes said, Uncle Eric babysit all the children. Bitch! With Uncle Eric's record, a tier 3, his record is worse than Jarvis Butts.
Yep.
And you mean to tell me y'all got him babysitting children? But then we know what goes on in Annette's home.
Hmm.
Shannon and Marquita. Annette, you should be ashamed of your fucking self. Shannon and Marquita has been touching people's children for years. Just Shannon, Marquita.
They nasty, Mocha.
Oh, nasty ain't the fucking word. You hear me?
Annette with that silk press wig looking like Dracula on the stand with her 5 heartbeat jacket on.
That bitch had a new wig, Colonel. She was gonna be seen that day, baby. She was gonna be seen that day. Somebody gave her a little change. Or she laid on that back and made that goddamn wolf pussy go to work. Cause that bitch had a new outfit on that day. You hear me? No, Annette. I'm sick of y'all hoes. I am really sick of y'all.
And then what bothers me is the family, like, the ones that, claim they reported this. It's like y'all mad at content creators because they don't realize how much of a blessing it is. Because the news, let's be real, the news is not covering this story. I mean, they're covering it, but not to the extent of how the YouTube content creators is covering it. Y'all the one that keep her Naziah's name relevant, and the YouTube, I think, is algorithm is how they say it. But
Uh-huh.
y'all the ones that, like, they don't understand. A lot of cases don't get this much publicity as Naziah. And it's like, I don't understand. Y'all mad at content creators for, like you said, for calling out the very things that y'all said and for trying to bring awareness to finding a missing girl. That to me is just weird. Like, especially,
Here.
Bucket, her horrible attitude. Like, I don't get it.
Colonel PJ asking you a question. She says, when you
Oh,
make a CPS complaint in Detroit, do they give you a case number?
um, they so from what I remember, I think it's a not a case number, it's a reference number. So okay, the proper protocol. I have had some good CPS workers, and they will send, like, okay, a letter like, okay, we investigated, we looked into it, there was no abuse, the case is closed. Okay, that's the proper protocol, how they supposed to do it. So when you do make a report, they give you a reference number, and then when they investigate it, they send you a letter in the mail saying, but a lot of times that ain't happen. A lot of times I ain't getting no letter. I couldn't get in contact with nobody. I done had workers, like I said, I remember one lady, I was calling her, and her boyfriend didn't answer the phone.
Oh
And
Lord.
and one thing I can say too, Mocha, like, every CPS worker, I only probably ran into like one or two good workers, but of all the workers I ran into at the CPS, they got horrible attitudes. Like, I don't know if it's in their training to be like that, but they just act real bitchy. Like they hate their job. They
Colonel,
just,
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have
okay.
somebody backstage with the initials ZF. ZF. I don't know exactly who you are, but if you are in the chat, baby, could you please make your presence known? But if you're not in the chat, you won't be able to hit this link. So I'm just letting you know, whoever you are, just make your presence known in the chat and let me know that's you that want to come up.
Okay.
All right, Colonel, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm just saying, like I don't know what it is. Like they just have horrible attitudes. Like they just, I ask something simple like, okay, do she need a follow up visit? What she need a follow up visit for? What you trying to do that for? Bye. Like literally done hung up in my face and everything. It's like, whoa, I'm just trying to help your client see if she needs some resources or something, but they're horrible.
That's sad. That answers a lot of questions. That answers a lot about what's going on in Detroit. This shit is crazy to me. But when
Yeah.
you don't protect children, I have a problem. I have a
I
problem with
do
that.
too. I do too. I have a big problem with that.
Children don't ask to come here. Children don't deserve the shit that these grown ass people put these children through for a goddamn dollar. And they just don't. They just don't. And Annette, you done took this shit to a whole nother level. You should be ashamed of yourself, lady.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't stand her at all. Like, sure, if I don't want to ever see her, I'm throwing hands, feet, everything. I'm like, well, I ain't gonna say it, but everybody know the blogger that be saying she gonna bite some people. I love her channel, but I'm like her because it's like I don't know. Like I said, I don't like neither none of them, but her,
Oh
Annette,
no,
she just
Annette would get the most because Annette was
yeah,
supposed to be the overseer. Annette was not supposed to allow no
exactly.
hurt nor harm come to any of these goddamn children. But what
And
do you expect from a raggedy bitch that sits up there and curse those children out 1 minute, and then you take a deep breath, bitch, and the next breath you want to pray for them? Sit your ass down. That's the devil itself.
that was messed up. That school video, she caught them stupid kids. I went back and listened to it. She was like, she was mad that the rug was messed up under the door. She was like, one of them stupid ass kids did that. Like, and my
Yeah,
thing is, how does documents like the one we read with the allegations, how does that exist? And she's not being charged with no type of child neglect,
neglect.
abandonment.
Right,
Them
right.
kids was scared to death. They had
Yep.
to damn near beg them kids like, go, okay, go, come on, go meet with Miss Annette. They was scared to go
Well,
in there
in
with
the
her.
report, those children said they didn't want to go back.
They was
So that
shaking
tells
in
the
their
story right
boots.
there.
Yeah,
Colonel PJ said the reason why I asked that question is because they never showed any proof that they made a complaint. It's always been a red flag for me. Talking about Journal now.
oh
All they did
yeah.
was say they made a complaint but never showed proof.
That's a good point. They should be able, I don't know how long it is, but they probably don't have the reference number, but I do remember, I do think they did show some proof because I saw it like in a newspaper, I mean on a news
On a news clip, right? I
video.
think the news
Yeah,
lady.
they had their names and stuff in there, but the thing is, like you said, Mocha, did they follow up on that?
That part.
Because if y'all calling anonymous or calling, you know they should have followed up and say, okay, hey, what's going on, and they said they did, and I'm not, like I said, I know CPS, they can be something, but I personally I wouldn't have stopped calling until, I had to, these kids need to be removed.
And if CPS wouldn't have done what they were supposed to do, guess what? We'd have took it a step further just to save our
Exactly.
children.
We would have went to the news. We would have been like, I would have exposed CPS or went to some type of legislature, some type of government. Like, look, okay, I done reported this many times. The worker not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like more of what should have happened. Not, y'all stop because Shannon is mad. Like, but then you go to Disney World with the man. So that's what it's like. What the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's,
Yeah, because
yeah.
if you think about it, they were protecting Shannon because
That's what it feel
Shan
like.
said, I was trying to work with Shan. Well, goddamn it, if you knew all of this shit was going on and you knew it made you uncomfortable and you know the children were in danger, why the fuck would you even communicate with Shan when you knew Shan was the goddamn problem?
Exactly.
The fuck?
Exactly. Or like they said, Annette is the matriarch, and that she ain't no damn matriarch.
That's
That
how you
woman,
know they're slow.
that woman ain't no elder. She ain't no matriarch. She
Huh? That's my thing. How do you give? Who told y'all to give her that title of matriarch? A matriarch of what?
a selling cat.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Bitch, if your cat look anything like your wig, I see why that hoe is retired. And you was using them children. The fuck?
And then the way she just flew over there, her feet didn't even touch the floor. She flew over there so fast to Jarvis when he came in. She was, singing the birthday song and backing it all up and stuff. Like she was all that she was doing. Happy it's your birthday. She was doing all that for Jarvis.
But
She was
Jarvis,
trying to show out
absolutely.
in front of him.
And people wondering who opened the door for Jarvis. Nobody opened that motherfucker for Jarvis. Jarvis was able to go in and out of that bitch like he wanted to.
Whenever he wanted to.
I don't get this shit. I don't get it. And this
I-
child, how many children these people done hurt? How many children these people done scarred? And this family is still making excuses for these no good motherfuckers.
exactly. Like I said, my aunt, she knows the one of the foster parents that has one of the kids, and she said that child is messed up. Like they be trying to hurt theyself, and I said I bet they
I
messed up.
suppose
I bet.
that's understandable. Look at what they've been through.
Yeah. In that household.
And if those, Lord Jesus, and if the living conditions were anything like the mattresses we saw Shannon and Marquita sitting their big ass on, I feel bad for them children.
Whew, I can only imagine what that room smell like. I don't
And
know
then,
how.
and then you got Marquita man sitting up here giving Nazaya weed, giving her liquor. Well, where was the fucking matriarch then? How is it that y'all knew this shit, but the matriarch ain't do nothing about it? See, that's the bullshit right there. But y'all want to get mad at the world when they talk about it. I didn't go in y'all house to get this information. Y'all brought this shit to us.
They did. They did. And that's what
And
I said. They think they making themselves look good, but they don't understand. Every little bit y'all tell y'all really just telling on y'allself because we gonna put two and two together.
absolutely, absolutely. Guys, if you don't mind, some of you may have forgot to hit that like button. Bush watchers, baby, it is hot outside, and I know y'all sweating the fuck off in the bushes. Man, just tip over and hit the like button for your girl. I don't ask for much. Hitting the like button, I would truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you so very much.
And they watching you. But you already know that they in the
And turn
bushes.
now, you know I don't give a fuck. I don't. I don't, because I'm not sitting up here lying on these people. I
No,
would never lie
you
on them.
not. I
They
want them to
don't like my
watch.
delivery. They don't like my rawness. But God damn it, I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings when they're in the business of hurting children, exploiting children, pretending they don't see shit when it comes to children, but then want the world to give them grace. You got grace, all right. You might want a foot or two up your ass, but it ain't about grace, boo.
And that bitch Annette, she got some nerve because hey, you said I couldn't believe she sat on that stand and had the balls to say this affecting me financially.
That
Like
told the whole
she
story right there.
really had the balls to sit on the stand and say that, and then you had the balls to try to file an appeal to get your parental rights back. Did you really think you was gonna get these kids back?
But Cornell, you had to be kind of slow, right? To sit there and not look at what she said. When Annette said, since Nazaria has been gone, I've been affected financially. Bitch, hold up. What kind of income could a 13-year-old have put in your house that would make you hurt for money? Because she ain't had no job. But then again, Roxy did say that you had Shannon and Jarvis Butts bringing his poor baby to motels to turn tricks.
You know, that's why she called her glamorous. Remember that?
That's right.
Like you said, you don't call your grandbaby glamorous. You know, you call them your grandbaby sweetheart or baby glamorous. Like you said, that's a woman of the night. You know, that's a stage name.
She gave Naziah the name Glamorous, and she gave Naziah's mama the name Lady. And
Hmm.
I mean, make that shit make sense. But then you got them two Oompa Loompas, them big bitches over there that look like they eat boogers and snot. You got them two big, ugly, big teeth motherfuckers over there, and you can't call them shit. Because ain't nobody want them but PDFs. They ain't worthy of a goddamn thing other than being with a PDF. Because that's all the fuck they will ever attract other than each other. And slow men.
Facts. And my
Oh
thing is,
no.
that's and with Marquita, like, you know, I don't understand her in this twin stuff. That's what made me feel like she was in up on it. I don't care what type of twin or what birthday we share, and you know, if my daughter been touched by your man, I'm not gonna be kumbaya and on twin telepathy time with you. You know, I'm just not.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna be on that. But the fact that she on that with her makes me feel like, yeah, you was in up on it too.
Absolutely. Levette, try again. If you could go in through Chrome, maybe, because StreamYard ain't letting you authenticate to come up this way. Try another way, Levette. I see you in the back, boo. Let's see. Yeah, but this shit is crazy to me. 504 say I saw that the tablet visits are coming soon. Oh, Levette, I mean 504, I saw that. I saw that even. Ooh, child, I can't wait.
What is it?
The what's her name? What's her
Anna
name?
B.
Anna B. Anna B got the and for those that don't know, Anna B got she got a report back that she could get the video
Oh
the tab and stuff
yes,
back, but it's
yes.
a fee. So and it's no more than fair. It's no more than fair. Using her content, giving content off of her content, they're charging the $500 for it, right?
Dang.
If everybody give Anna B $2, $5, she could make them $500 and get everything that she needs.
Yeah, I didn't know they was charging.
That lady shouldn't have to come out of her pocket for that.
Yeah, you right. I didn't know they was charging her that much for it.
$500. $500. So my thing is, for $500, if everybody, it's enough of us. If everybody I don't care if everybody give $1. Everybody is riding off of her shit.
Yeah,
That would help this lady because I mean she's doing what she got to do.
you right. Cause we
And
all
I
we all be
applaud her for that.
watching.
Oh, Melissa said, yes, Melissa said she wanted her mods. Thank you for that, Melissa. Oh, yes, ma'am. And I would encourage anybody to support to the cause because this information here, is bringing light to all of this shit. This is crazy. This is truly damn crazy, baby.
It is. Like I said, I ain't never in my life seen a case like this. This has to be one of the most horrendous, egregious case I have ever seen in my life.
And the children had to suffer. The children had to suffer. And it's a shame. But because they did this shit to those children, right? God ain't
Mhm.
finished with them. God ain't even start with them yet.
He sure ain't.
Oh no. Annette, you think since Nazaria been gone, your income has been trash. Bitch, you ain't see shit yet.
Talking about some, I'm depressed and social media influencers putting me on YouTube, emailing me.
Well, bitch,
Girl,
you putting
that shit
Nazaria
was
on
faker
YouTube,
than a
ho.
weave in her head.
You worried about social media. You need to worry about telling the world where that baby is. That's what you need to worry about. Because I still
Facts.
got a problem with you leaving your fucking house at 3 o'clock the very same day Nazaria got off of that bus. I got a problem with that. You stayed
Yeah.
gone 3 motherfucking hours. And then Shannon get her extra teeth ass on social media. Because when Nazaria didn't bring her ass home, well, bitch, she was with your mom. Where the fuck did you take her, Annette?
And did they even question her about that? Like, okay, so during those 3 hours, what were you doing? Do you got any receipts, any proof? Like that's was it's just like, okay, I don't know. I feel like they could have definitely asked them more questions on cross examination.
But the thing is, we don't know what was asked and what wasn't asked. We don't know. We have no clue
That's
because
true.
they didn't release a goddamn thing. So what?
They
I mean,
did.
this case was public. This shit was for the general public. So why would the prosecutors in in Wayne County not release all this shit and make it available for the public?
Exactly.
Y'all wasted, I mean, y'all already hurting for fucking money, bitch. So y'all wasted taxpayers' dollars to come up with that.
Facts. Facts. Speak, Mocha.
That's crazy to me.
It is. And then why would y'all even cut a deal? Like I put her body in the river. That can be anywhere. Like why would y'all even cut a deal without securing the body? This is a higher up thing, like you said.
That's what makes it look shady. You done gave this motherfucker a whole deal, but you ain't got nobody. Because we got to make it make sense and we got to understand that there's no body. Because if there was a body, why was there no memorial, no funeral, no nothing?
They should have made him get out his cell and show them where the body is at, exactly the location where the body is at, and then we cut you a deal.
But
But
you know
it's
what
like
gets even better? Even if he said, this is where her body is, A, B, C, this is where she at, this is this point, that point. Even if that's what he said, after he said it, Detroiters, have y'all seen DPD? Have y'all seen the prosecutors? Have y'all seen a search team? Have y'all seen anybody get a big old group of people together in the name of going searching where he said she was?
nope.
It's the lies for me. It's the lies.
You right, Mocha.
This is ugly on all costs. And that family should be ashamed of his goddamn dead self because there's no respect for this child's name.
It's
It's like she was thrown into their family and she had to take the bullshit that they did. And then even at the end of the day, this is what she gets. This is how y'all treat her at the end of the day.
I don't know how you 13 and nobody really loves you like that. Like, when you look at their social medias, they never really posted nothing about Naziah. Like even with the birthday video, when they was, singing the happy birthday to Marquita's son, it's like, where was Naziah and Vari? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like she was just so like irrelevant to their family.
Absolutely.
And like you
Absolutely.
said, and we can't make no more excuses for Lady because you
No.
knew these people were monsters, and
Not only did she listen, even at the end of all of this, Colonel, not to cut you off, baby, but
you okay?
at the end of all of this, when Lady got the video footage and she saw what was going on with Naziah, make me understand why Lady would share that video with somebody else and not get sober and do what the fuck she got to do for her daughter. Ain't that much
Exactly.
addiction in the world?
It's not.
And it ain't that much fear in the world. How the
She,
fuck y'all gonna sit up there and let Annette put that much fear in y'all? Lady, you ain't been in Annette's house in years. And you mean to tell me Annette still got you hanging on the string?
I mean, but my thing is, okay, you got your kids adopted. You could have went to an adoption agency and just said, you know what, you could would have been better off getting your kids adopted by strangers than the boogie monster.
Absolutely. And my thing is, if Annette felt like she couldn't love Naziah the way she deserved to be loved, give her back. Give her back to the system and then let somebody else love her the way she deserved to be loved.
Exactly.
Because it appears to me that you had a problem with Naziah. You had a problem with her brother. Because nobody could make me understand nor believe that children keep running away because they're rebellious. That was the reason that brother kept running away.
Hmm.
And I believe the only reason Naziah didn't run away is because she was threatened. I believe the only reason she didn't run away when she could have ran away chasing her brother is because they had her working. And they kept a close eye on her because they had clients set up for her. You
That's
motherfuckers need to tell a goddamn truth.
that's what I believe. That's exactly what I believe. And I mean, it's
This
not
is
even Isaiah.
crazy.
She did this stuff to her own grandchildren.
Huh.
Was letting them go up to the shop with this man. Because when remember when they was when she was saying that when Naziah and Jarvis was texting at 2 o'clock in the morning, he had Janiyah in the car. Now, what would any even if it is your daughter, why in the hell is she out at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Exactly. But look, it gets better. You remember Jernell came out here and said she had to go rescue Shannon's child from Jarvis at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, a newborn. The child probably was 6 months old to 8 months old. So
Uh-uh.
Shannon is sick. Police pulled Jarvis over, and Jarvis had the child in the car that time of morning.
Mm.
And
Uh,
Jernell said she went rescue the child. Shannon is sick.
yeah. They are sick. It ain't that much light skin in the world. And that's the thing. It's like it's more men who done had empathy for this case. It's like it's a lot of the women like, oh, she being fast. Especially that Kizzy girl. She really pissed me off when she was like, it ain't my effing child. It's other little girls out there missing.
Well, George Jefferson, we still ain't off of her.
I call her the hamburglar. She had on that little red
Y'all
outfit.
crazy as shit.
She had she had that little red hat and them little red glasses, looking like the hamburglar from McDonald's. That's what her
Uh-huh.
ass is.
Oh yeah, this and that bitch there looks like she's on the spectrum too.
They are.
Jarvis Butts truly had a type. And they had a type too. Because how the hell you sit up there and you set up for Jarvis Butts looking the way he looked? Jarvis Butts
Right.
looks like the Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Yes, y'all, if anyone is willing to donate to help Anna B get the rest of these videos, transcripts, or whatever, y'all, please help her out. Please help her out.
And then none of them women questioned him about. They didn't say nothing about. Hey, okay, so what's this I hear about? You got something to do with this little girl? They didn't say nothing about Naziah. Like you said, it took for that little boy Poppy. Like Jarvis, you kidnapped that little girl. No, I was just like, as soon as I would have saw that, I've been like, okay, what's going on, Jarvis? They was more concerned about their position with him, talking about, oh, you lied to me and you betrayed me. All he do is lie.
Absolutely.
How you somebody fiance and you don't even know where they live? I'm
They
sorry,
had no
sis.
clue.
You need help.
These women was too busy wanting to. These women was too busy wanting to compete. How the hell are y'all competing for that? I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. It's just ugh.
You know, it's this Detroit. It's a ton of light skinned black men out there. You know, Detroit 80% black. Like I don't get it either, Mocha.
Detroit, all that. And I know this shit is going on all over the world. It's going on all over the world. But we're talking about it because it was brought to us. And when stuff like this is brought to us, you can't just let it go like that. You just cannot. Detroit is too corrupt for me. Too corrupt. And the sad part about it is these children have to suffer at the end of the day. These children. Naziah didn't deserve this. None of the other children before Naziah, they didn't deserve this. But yet they want the world to believe that they love Naziah, they care for Naziah, they're such a close-knit family. But if y'all was that goddamn close-knit, Naziah's gone already. So y'all say. So why is it that y'all still allow Vari to go through his struggles with a so-say newborn baby? Y'all people is full of shit.
They is.
Y'all are so full of shit.
But Mocha, I'm about to drop down from here. I just want to say I love watching you. I'm glad I finally got to come on your live.
Child,
And
I'm
I want
glad,
to
I'm
say
glad to have you up here, boo. How your mom?
she doing okay. She right here with me.
Good, good, good. Give mom hugs from us. She's part of us.
Absolutely. And I just
Uh,
want to say hello to everybody in the chat, all my ladies and gentlemen. Hello, 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 everybody. And y'all be blessed. And yeah.
all right, boo. We appreciate you for coming up.
I love you, Mocha.
All right, love you more. See you in the chat, boo.
Okay.
All right. Child, I dropped my own damn self from the stage. Who does that? Who does that? But these people is a trip. PJ said most of those demons never loved Naziah. Because if they did, they would have dragged Sir Dripalot from one end of Detroit to the next end. Absolutely. But they wasn't willing to drag it. They did not want to drag Sir Dripalot because Sir Dripalot had done played with all of them. It is what it is. It is what it is. Because there's no way one man, one woman, one person is doing all of this damage to little children. And all you could tell me is, oh, I just keep my distance. Oh, I just keep my distance. Well, bitch, you just as wrong as the one that's committing all of these sorry ass crimes. Can't take y'all ass seriously. Absolutely, Miss Honey, that was his own son that asked him that shit. Lebec said, and please know, Nana know that Naziah was out at 2 a.m. wherever, with whomever, doing whatever, and Nana have gotten paid for it. She's a madam. Absolutely. Abso-goddamn-lutely. Absolutely. Nana knows everything, and then Nana go get her ass on the stand because you see, yeah, Naziah and I have a beautiful relationship. Naziah can talk to me about anything. Well, bitch, evidently she couldn't. Clearly she couldn't talk to you about shit. Because if she could have talked to you about anything, she would still be here today. If she could have talked to you about anything, we wouldn't be in the space we're in today having these conversations. So Detroit, Why y'all sit up there and let Nana tell all these lies? Why did y'all sit up there and accept all that bullshit that Nana fed y'all? Why? Nana couldn't even buy that baby some sanitary pads. Nana depended on Jarvis Butts to be the man. Jarvis Butts was making sure Nazaria ate when she was hungry. Jarvis Butts made sure Nazaria had all her female products when she needed them. So, bitch, what role did you really play? Other than giving her a goddamn roof in that raggedy ass bungalow that you lived in, that you was squatting in with all them goddamn children. What role did you play? Taking free money from the government to have these children living in misery. No, Nana, sit your ass down. Ron says, but no one said anything about Nazaria. People knew about that house, in my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. Carla Henry said that family clearly don't know what love is. Carla Henry, and it shows. It shows, baby. Levesque said, nope. DPD made Annette come public with this on that conference. Or they were going to lock her ass up. That was suspect to me. That should have been suspect to everybody. To everybody. Anytime they got to force a grandmother to do a preliminary, to do a press conference, to plead, to make a plea for the safe return of your child that's missing. And you mean to tell me they had to threaten to lock your ass up in order for you to do it? That was a red flag right there. The first red flag was the very day y'all reported her missing, or the very day y'all wanted the world to think she was missing. And y'all brought your stupid asses out here and said she went to sleep that night. Who the fuck goes to sleep after reporting a child missing? But the family don't find nothing wrong with that. They're still swinging. They don't find nothing wrong with that. They didn't find nothing wrong with Annette going to the school, not to the police. They found nothing wrong with Annette going to the school and reporting this child as a runaway. What the fuck the school could have done for you? Went outside with a flashlight that time of night, help you look? Huh? Make some fucking sense in this good old year and age in America. Who go report a child as a runaway at a school? But to my understanding, you're used to that. Hey, Miss Jackson, welcome, my love. Roz says, I can't stand the family when they talk about CC's making money off of Nazaria. Well, what the hell was Annette doing? Hello? Ha, ha. Look. Well, damn. Girl, that's the statement of the year right there. That's the statement of the year right there. I can't stand that family. When they talk about CC's making money off of Nazaria. Well, what the hell was Annette doing? But y'all don't want to talk about that. Miss me with that bullshit, like for real, for real. For real. Hey, Kelly, welcome, love. Levesque said her money wasn't coming in. Nazaria was her money maker. So sad she was pimped out. That's crazy. Miss Honey says, remember, during the preliminary, when they asked Annette if she see Jarvis in the courtroom, this Wizard of Oz witch kept looking around like she couldn't see him. Then she said, oh, my daughter got my glasses. Miss Honey, in that moment, in that moment, they should have kicked her ass out the courtroom. In that moment, they should have not trusted a damn thing she was going to say thereafter. In that moment, they should have locked her ass up. Because in that moment, she told her story without telling her story. They should have locked her ass up. I see somebody else in the background. I don't know who you are, but if you're in the chat, can you make yourself known, baby? If you're in the chat, make yourself known. Evelyn Gentry, girl, you know we appreciate you for being a member for 9 months. We really do. PJ said Mocha DPD ain't shit because they could have still searched Annette's house. Absolutely. Absolutely. But we ain't hear that part. They wouldn't tell us, you know, they didn't say they searched. All they kept saying was, Kim Worthy said, we got our man, that's it, and that's all. And that's where the hell they left it. 504, my girl said the fact that it took the school so long to report her missing to DPD. Evelyn Gentry, thank you for supporting the channel, my love. Miss Jackson want to know why Varvin get to identify evidence and he didn't even live with Annette. Another red flag. Another red. Miss Jackson, they think we crazy. My girl, Beautiful Soul says, I bet you do refrigerators don't have that. I bet you your refrigerator don't have a chain on it now. All that good food gone. She's missing her money train gone. Look a boho. Hey, boo. Miss Jackson says, why Roxy, Jarnell, and Kawana wasn't in the preliminary? Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson, Miss Jackson. But it's everybody else's problem. It's everybody else's problem. They're pointing out the wrong in everybody. But them the kind, Miss Jackson, not my monkey, not my show. But I want to be out here in the public, in the limelight, fighting and creating havoc and causing turmoil. But at the end of the day, the stands that they take is truly not my monkey, not my show. Ms. Jackson says, why didn't they just ask the question of the family? King and Tijuana, was Nazaria pregnant? Girl. Absolutely, PJ. The extended family is still making money. But they don't want to talk about us. Roxy tan Facebook ass up, but y'all want to talk about content creators. Y'all should be grateful. Y'all should be thankful for content creators. For spreading awareness for this baby. But don't get mad at us because we're only repeating the shit that y'all gave us. Don't get mad at us because we don't just stop where y'all want us to stop. Don't get mad at us because we investigate. Don't get mad at us because we see things that y'all don't want us to see. Don't do that. Don't do it. Levesque said Annette making the most money off of Nazaria. That's why she was on that stand fake crying about being broke. Absolutely. 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 Lord, y'all gonna stop playing with Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson want to know, Kim Worthless, why you keep giving Annette children. Why wasn't a gas station worker or hotel workers in the preliminary? Girl. They didn't want to put the hotel worker nor the gas station workers on a preliminary. Them people done got on the plane, girl, and got the hell up out of here. Roz, thank you for always supporting the channel. My love, I truly appreciate it. Sunshine. That part, sis. And that's why we're going to continue having questions. That's why we're going to continue asking the questions that we ask. It's so many people that played a part in this. And you mean to tell me Jarvis Butt's the only one that got locked up? But we know why he got locked up. Kim Worthless had a point to prove. Her name was already splattered all around Detroit with that Diddy bullshit. She had to redeem herself. Miss Honey said, I give it 2 years and someone else is going to end up being charged. It's just a matter of time. Naziah is going to continue to hunt him. I pray to God so, Miss Honey. And Miss Honey, I pray to God it happens sooner than later. Because this is insane. How do these people sleep at night? How do these people sleep at night? Miss Honey said time will tell and bring the others to light for their actions. These hoes need to have many, many, many miserable nights. Many sleepless nights. And you would think that would have broke them after losing their own children. You would have thought that would have broke somebody to come to the forefront and tell the truth. But that lets you know what kind of people you're really dealing with. Colonel, I believe you. They have no soul. Not after doing all what they done. Not after putting these many lives in jeopardy. They truly have no soul. Absolutely, 504. I hope they don't sleep. I pray to God that these people never have a decent night's sleep. Naziah, you need to hunt that wig clean off her net head. Some things you just don't do, especially when it comes to children. And for any woman, man or man out there, any one of y'all that's out there, and y'all ever get to a point to where children that's in your care is too much to handle or unbearable, or for whatever reason, if you feel like you can't give them the love, the affection that they deserve, call somebody. Give these children an opportunity to live a decent, productive ass life. Children don't ask to come here. And Annette, you so goddamn greedy for $1, bitch, you went signed papers and got this child. You knew what you was doing when you got her. And as soon as the judge granted you guardianship of her, let's tell the world how your ass greedy for money. As soon as they granted you guardianship of this child, you went straight to the courts. You put Mervin on child support and you put Lady on child support. Bitch, you was hungry for $1. And it showed. Ron said the problem I have is that so much really has been exposed, but no further arrest. They lied in court. And just like we see they lied, the courts knew they lied and still did nothing about it. Cornell said Lady could have chose 1 million other people, but she gave her to Annette. And that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. Levesque said they should be grateful for content creators, but know the family hands are not clean. In my eyes, they're ruthless. In children's aspect, they're not for sale. Levesque, this shit is crazy. Cornell said, and then she wasn't even spending the money on the kids because the court paperwork said so. That That's that bullshit right there, Cornell. But they're such good people. They're such good people. All that shit is coming out in a wash. PJ said that damn worthless was the head honcho cover up in this bullshit. She too will reap just what she sowed. Absolutely. Absolutely. You don't do this shit. So you mean to tell me children nowadays are bargaining tools? Children these days are bargaining chips. Whew. Sunshine said frog-eyed Kim Possible needs to be in jail too, because she did shit to make it her business to make sure nothing happened to any of the kids. Think about it, Sunshine. If she had the final say in all of this, if Kim Possible had the final say in all of this, they each would have their children back. Ron said, but lady knew what Annette was about. Ain't that much crack in the world. You understand? Ain't that much. If she did it to you, what the fuck made your ass think she wasn't going to do it to your own child? Beautiful Soul said that threesome starts with Shannon. I really don't think Shannon realized that Naziah was in love with him. All that scene was she was a money machine. That's the way they looked at that baby. Miss Honey said, what if Annette was the one who got her strung out and made her feel helpless to know better, as bad as it may sound? What do you think, Miss Moca? I think when she left, and that's just my opinion, when she left Annette's house, I don't think she was on drugs. I don't believe that. She was hurt. Annette had started, how do I say this? Annette's husband, Charles, was being with Naziah's mother. That lady didn't like it. Lady didn't want it. Annette forced that child to be with this nasty ass man, because this man had a record just like Jarvis Butts. Annette forced that child to be with him. And she had been doing this shit with this man for so long, she finally got enough. But then when she did leave Annette's house, she wasn't on no rugs. But when she left, she was pregnant. She was pregnant with Vari. Now, I didn't make this story up. That's the story the family came out here and said. And I believe the people that lady probably met in the street along the way doing her struggles, and I think I heard that on Mark D platform. Mark D said that she was, when she left Annette's home, that she was found pregnant with Vari in a drug house. So maybe the thought of all what she endured in Annette's home, maybe that's what got her like that. You know, that's a lot for anybody to deal with. That's a lot. This is heartbreaking. And I do think if somebody could get their hands on her, because we ask that family over and over, if y'all love her that much, why don't y'all go get her some help? Well, she not ready. What the fuck y'all mean she ain't ready? You could get her admitted. You could get her admitted. If the world knew her story, if the professionals knew her story, the trauma she endured as a child, that means mentally she ain't stable. Mentally she ain't all the way there. Mentally, I do believe lady is still stuck in the space of the same little girl that Charles abused year after year after year. And she only took the rugs to numb what she was feeling. But y'all care though. Y'all want the world to believe y'all educated. Y'all want the world to believe y'all love. Y'all get the fuck away from me. Because she could be admitted. Just listen, just on the mere fact of what has happened to her daughter. Because right now, her name is Can't Get Right. Just on the mere fact of what happened to her daughter, she ain't functioning well. But y'all care though. If y'all put half an effort, into loving on y'all's the right way, y'all wouldn't have time to be out here battling people that y'all don't know a fucking thing about, that's only telling the story that y'all put out here. The problem with y'all is y'all just don't like the way the story is being told. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. Levesque says, shit, Annette is ruthless. To me, she didn't give a damn about nothing. Her and them children's safety. God, does she think dollars? That's all she thinks. She's a sick bitch. She should have made a better choice. Absolutely. This is crazy. Ron says, what crack addict is ready to put down their substance? They want to stop consequences, but not ready to stop the effect of getting loaded. Abso-goddamn-lutely. That part. And ain't gonna never put it down. Because something is telling me, even them Sam goddamn family members with all of that bullshit, something is telling me they're feeding it to her. My girl PJ said, Mocha, I ain't trying to defend Lady in any way, but I always believe that Annette, with her low-down demonic ass, made some false allegations against Lady for the love of money. I believe that too. Because why was CPS knocking on Lady's door? Of all the houses in Detroit, of all the homeless, of all the women that's dragging the street with children in tow, why would they go to Lady? Why? And with such young children, why? And I'm with you, PJ. I believe Lady was set up. Because according to the family members, CPS gave Lady options. Take this class. Put in the hours for these classes, and you could get your children back. But I believe they kept her from doing just that. That's a fucking shame. Evelyn Gentry said they weren't trying to get Lady any help because there was covering for the Timu wig Annette. Absolutely, Evelyn Gentry. Levesque said Lady Ben gave up Naziah. When she gave up, told me she not trying to get right. Ain't go get right, not trying to get right, giving Annette custody. Absolutely. Roz, I believe that with all my heart. I believe they're feeding her. I believe they're feeding it to her. And they want to keep her numb. And whatever it is that she may know, whatever it is that she may have seen, they're going to play it off like she's not in her right mind. And that's where they want to keep her. That's what I believe. I could be wrong, but that's what I see. But guys, listen, we came out here and we did what we did. I had a whole live stream set up for tonight. I said, no. Because last night we had a blast. And for those of you that missed last night's live stream, go back and catch the replay. Because tonight was just a piggyback off of last night. And I figured the chat had so much to say. So I chose to take tonight because we're family. And let tonight be your night, not a Mocha night. But tomorrow night, Friday Night Live, baby, we're going to be back. We're going to be back. And we're going to have more conversation. But for everybody that pulled up on the porch tonight, just know that Mocha appreciates you. Mocha thanks each and every one of you that supported the channel tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you that shared out the live stream, that subscribed to the channel, that came up on the platform, that hit the like button. I'm forever grateful. And as long as I have breath in me, and God allows me to come out here for an hour or two and keep that porch light on, we will always have these conversations. Reach one, teach one. It's all about saving the children and being a voice for those that don't have a voice for themselves. Good, bad, right, or wrong. These children didn't deserve this. I don't give a damn who they belong to. It could be Shrek children. If Fiona and Shrek is fucking up and they ain't doing right by them children, Mocha go talk about it. And I don't think the problem is you don't like what Mocha say. I know Mocha step on all kind of toes and corns and shit. The problem is Mocha's delivery. I think you don't like my delivery. But baby, my name is Mocha Unfiltered. And that unfiltered is not by accident. I'ma give it to you the way you deserve to get it. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't cut corners, especially when y'all don't cut corners when it comes to children. It's nasty bitches like y'all that robs these children of a decent, productive life. These same children could have grown up to be doctors and lawyers, teachers, scholars, astronauts. But it's monsters like y'all that robs them. It's monsters like y'all that grew up in shit and still kept that dumbass mentality like that works in this day and age. But the day is gonna come when all y'all is gonna get just what you deserve plus some. And I pray to God I'm around to see it, because I will definitely give commentary on it. Because come hell or high water, it may not be today, but the day will definitely come when we all gonna be not just screaming justice for Naziah, but we're gonna be thanking God that we finally got justice for Naziah. Her story ain't over. Her story is far from over. And we're going to continue talking about it. So guys, we're going to get up out of here. I wish you all a beautiful evening. I hope you all have a fantastic Friday. Keep your notifications set so y'all know when Mocha's going to turn that porch light on. And as we get out of here, make sure you're double tapping the emojis to the right. And if you forgot to hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button for your girl. Replay gang, make sure you make it do what it do. Leave a comment, hype up the live. And as always, we're family. We're family over here. So let's leave this chat tonight showing love for our girl, Naziah Harris. I love each and every one of y'all. Carly Henry, I appreciate you, baby, for always sharing out the live stream. PJ said, Mocha, if the shoe fit, let those demons wear them. Keep doing what you're doing, sis. Ain't nobody mad but the devil, and he's going to stay under my feet, sis. He's going to always be under my feet. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all because y'all appreciate me. God bless each and every one of you, and I'll see you soon.
We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. No. Moca leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Tapping if you real, we don't fake nothing here. Got a team full of truth and a chat full of cheer. Mocha in the seat, steady steering the ship. Every topic got depth, every comment got grip. We don't tear folks down, we just build them up. If you're moving off love, then you one of us. Know the pride in the room and the vibe so loud. Every bell in the check gon' rep that crowd. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. Down in the NOLA where the soul don't break. Mocha built the lane where the real ones stay. Ain't no faking the funk, ain't no playing for clout. You bring that mess, we gon' sort that out. But this ain't about drama, it's about love. It's about healing, it's about trust. Every child, every voice, every name in the breeze. We gon' stand for the ones no one else gon' see. So we rise tall, we rise as one. Oh no, no bellows, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This is family. This is family. And we stand tall. One mic, one tribe, one mission in mind. We protect what's right and we hold that line. It's the chat where the truth and the love collide. Where the voices don't hide and the pain gets light. We see you, we feel you, we fight for the cause. Every kid, every tear, we break down walls. When you hear that bell, that's the call to act. We family now, and that's just facts. We stand tall, we rise as one. No lapels, the work ain't done. Mocha leading from the heart, never run. Truth and care in everything we become. It's more than a vibe, it's a home, it's a call. Over here we catch each other when we fall. This is family. This one's for every voice we fight for and every child who needs to be heard. We see you, we feel you. We stand with the truth. This is the NOLA Bells. Leave a comment, like, share, subscribe. Stand tall. Join the family.
Good night, everyone. God bless.